Segment 1, Large States. We favor the Virginia Plan, in which representation in Congress is based on population. States with more people should have more representatives in Congress. Small states. We support the New Jersey Plan. All states should have the same number of representatives in Congress. Our compromise. Smaller states should get half the amount of representatives. Actual compromise. The Great Compromise. Each state gets different amounts of representatives, but each gets one vote in Congress, which was what mattered more. Segment 2, Southern States. When a census account of the people is taken to determine how many representatives each state gets in Congress, slaves should be included in the total. Northern States. Slaves should not be counted because they are not citizens and have no political rights. Our compromise. Slaves owned by wealthy people can vote. Actual compromise. The 3/5 compromise. For every 5 slaves, 3 slaves counted for representation. Segment 3, Slave States. Congress should not be able to stop us from importing slaves to work on our plantations. Free States. Limits should be placed on the number of slaves being brought into the United States. Our compromise. You can get as many slaves from the months January and April. Actual compromise. The compromise was that the slave trade would end in 1808. Segment 4, Agricultural States. Congress should not be able to tax imports and exports. If imports are taxed, we will have to pay higher prices for foreign goods. If exports are taxed, it will be harder for us to sell our products to foreign countries. Manufacturing states. Congress should tax imports so that foreign goods won't be cheaper than American-made manufactured products. Our compromise. You can only put taxes on big items. Actual compromise. Taxes were only allowed on imports from foreign countries, not from the U.S. Segment 5, Aristocrats. The less informed common man cannot be trusted to choose capable leaders. Voters should elect a small number of well-educated leaders, citizens, to be electors who will then choose the president and members of Congress. Democrats. We oppose a rich man's government. The president and members of Congress should all be directly elected by the voters. Our compromise. You can get one vote from both aristocrats and Democrats. Actual compromise. The compromise is the Electoral College.